Hi, I want to kind of quickly talk to you about how to grade your checkbox problems and make sure you're happy with the way that Google's grading them. And if you're not, how you can kind of override that because it is self-checking, but you may or may not like the way that Google self-checks it. So if you look at this question right here, this table shows a sample space, and the kids have to pick out which basically what fills in the blanks on the table. So there's four possible answers and they check the four possible answers. And so if I go over to my responses that I have over here on this question, it turns out the way Google answers this is if you get all four of them right, it gives you 4 out of 4 points. But if you get not all four of them right, it just automatically defaults you down to 0 points, even if, like you can see for this student, they're only missing one out of the four answers. They had three of them right. And so if you want to do this, you can override, and like I could choose to give this 3 points because they got 3 out of the 4 answers. And then I can go through and do that for this person also got 3 of the 4 answers correct. This person also got 3 of the 4 answers correct. And this person only got 1 of the 4 answers correct. And so I can override Google on that. Now, just a couple of things about this. First of all, if you're going to keep the question like this, where you're going to have to manually go back and look at this part of this question, I would encourage you to do that after everybody has taken it, because the nice thing about the way Google does this, you can see I had about 5 different responses I had to go through, but it does group them. So like if you look at this one, 2 people had the exact same response and I was able to automatically assign them both the same grade. So when I have quizzes that have questions like this on them, I wait until the end of the day when all of the kids have taken the quiz. And that way I only have to grade it once. Whereas if you go through hour after hour, you're going to have to grade every single hours separately. If you wait till the end of the day until pretty much all the kids have taken it, then you can just grade it that one time. So anyway, the other thing I was going to say was if you just simply want this to be self-checking and you do not want to have to go through the trouble of doing this, you could also change this question. So on the quiz, this question is this one right here, and it is listed as checkboxes. If you wanted it to be entirely self-checking and you were not satisfied with Google just giving 0 points for partially correct answers, then you could change this back to a multiple choice question. You would need to obviously change the question and change the answer choices, but then you could make it self-checking so that you don't have to go back and look at that one. So that's how you can deal with the checkbox question, because it is self-checking, but like I said, you might not be quite satisfied with how Google does the checking on that. Hope that helps.